If you were to give an award to the worst Democrat of the year, who would you pick and why?
Probably Mamdani, because I think that that might be, as we look back on it over time, a very significant turn for the Democratic Party. And I say this because the fact that they're able to capture New York, I won't be surprised if this Mamdani formula is tried in other blue cities. And remember, we have blue cities right here in Texas. So it doesn't mean that because we're in a blue state, we're not going to see Mamdaniism creep even into the places like Tennessee or Florida or Texas. So because of the significance of it, I think also the other thing about it is that if Sharia comes to America, it's not going to look like bin Laden. It's going to look more like Mamdani. In other words, a guy of a multicultural background. He likes rap music, and he's got the African connection. He likes all kinds of cuisine. He relates to young people. He dresses and talks cool. So he is, in that sense, a greater threat than somebody who has kind of a ridiculous Taliban style beard and is brandishing a sword.
Yes. But how is Mamdani, let's say, worse than these other Democrat mayors? All these cities are already run by Democrats and they're so blue, they're riddled with crime, they're horrible. Um, I don't even know, Bowser, all these other mayors that come to mind. So do you feel like Mamdani is going to be worse because he's more of an outright communist, or because of the things he wants to do, or because he's kind of cool and is trying to make these things more mainstream? Or what do you think is the bigger threat?
It's two parts. One of them is that while a number of these blue city Democrats, let's say, Brandon, Johnson, Chicago, for example, they're very left wing. They're clearly moving in the direction of socialism. But on the other hand, they don't avow or profess explicitly to be socialists. And as a result, it's almost like they take you toward the precipice, but they're not going to take you probably off the precipice because they also have business interests that support them. They recognize that markets are generally necessary to create wealth, even if they proceed then to figure out how they can distribute that wealth. They say things like defund the police, but often they don't follow through, or they only follow through partially. Now, Mamdani is very explicit. And one thing about being explicit about I'm a democratic socialist, I'm campaigning on that, he can then say, well, I've been voted in, I have a mandate to go the whole hog. So that's the first part of it. The second part of it is he combines the both aspects of the red-green alliance. He's got the socialism, which is the red part, but he's got the green part too. And that long term could end up being more significant